Work? I don't know. I don't know if this is still working. We're gonna start with wine and hope that people join. I think we're live this time. When you guys hop in, say something, I think we can all chat now. Don't judge me for being so technology challenged. Oh, there are the people. You're joining. I'm so sorry I'm late, you guys. There's this thing on YouTube now where it's like you can go live or you can create a stream. And I don't know what creating a stream means. So I might as well be 85. It's fine. It's fine. I'm so sorry I'm late, you guys. But I'll just stay on as long as y'all want to chat. So it's fine. Glad you're here. I was here early this time. Apparently it didn't matter because I did everything wrong, but it's fine. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Tanya. I put on makeup today. Thank you guys for giving me a reason to wash my hair and put makeup on. I tried. So I'm glad y'all are here. Thank you for joining me this evening. It's our last Simply Waves Q&A. I'm so excited. Hello, hello. Did y'all enjoy the content this week? I hope that you guys liked it. I really feel like the hair texture is like the most important thing. Like if you know if your strands are fine or if they're strong, like you really do know, then you can really know what products to pick, what treatments to pick. You can know how to balance protein and moisture. Like that's really what it takes. So I'm so glad you loved it. Thank you, Kayla. I'm glad. Yay. Hi, guys. Was there another one? Did I start another one accidentally? It was like create stream and then select connect your streaming software. And I was like, I don't even know what streaming software is. So I gave up on that. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yes, I'm glad you found me. I'm glad you guys are here. Hi. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start a little bit on some of the questions that I got. I got a whole bunch. Put my glasses on. I didn't print them out this time. Today was a doozy. I started the day by planting a tree and having a play date where all the kids jumped in the pool in their clothes, social distancing practices aside. The adults sat far apart. And then the dog threw up about 6 times because she ate a piece of plastic last night. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like I've been racking my brain all day. Like it's like a long, skinny piece of gray, like gray rubber of some kind. And of course, that was real fun to come up in little tiny pieces. It was disgusting. Nicole Jones is asking what kind of tree I planted. I planted a Japanese maple. My friend Karen had one in her front yard. It was so pretty. And then we had these giant storms about a year ago here in Texas. They were just like straight line winds of like 70 miles an hour. It was insane. And it knocked down a lot of our limbs. It knocked down trees into houses, like giant 100-year-old trees into houses. It was crazy. So when that storm came through, it one of her trees actually went through her roof and lost a bunch of limbs and everything. So the Japanese maple was getting burned, being in too much sun. So she asked me if I wanted it. And I said, well, yes. So it is mine now. It's pretty and it's bright red. I hope it stays red. We'll see. Hello from Northern Virginia. Oh, I love Virginia. I lived there for a while. It's one of my favorite places. So pretty. Y'all, this month it's been crazy, hasn't it? It's been quite a month, a good month, but a stressful month. It's been kind of crazy. Now, of course, Houston is like the COVID hotspot. So we're having so much fun with that. And I must need to take a Claritin because the tip of my nose is always itchy when my allergies are bothering me. Hello from Massachusetts. Hello from Corpus. Oh, very hot and humid there right now. Yeah, it's humid here too in Dallas today. It's been really, really hot and humid today. Is everybody ready? Does everybody have their happy hour beverage? Oh, studio is good. Kayla's asking how my studio. It's good. I'm not particularly enjoying working every single Saturday, but being being home with kids during the week doesn't let me work during the week, but that's okay. We're just going to make it work. But I love getting to see everybody, getting to see everyone in person and help the wavies who are new to this wavy life is so much fun. So I have really been enjoying it. It's been like a long time coming. So I'm really glad it's finally happened. And, I feel like it's just the beginning. I can do a lot with the space and it's awesome. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry the link didn't send you to the right place. Hello from San Francisco and Wilmington. Hello from Wilmington. Well, have you guys experimented with new products? I know, as I was talking about fine strands or strong strands, I really feel like that is like the key to picking the right products for your hair and to balancing protein and moisture. I think as long as you know those things about your hair, it really can help you pick the right products for treatments, for styling products, for shampoo and conditioner. I'm playing with some new Kevin Murphy products right now, and I had posted something about it in my Instagram that I was gonna try using a protein-heavy shampoo and conditioner and then protein-free products and see how that kind of balance worked. And one of my girlfriends on Instagram wrote to me and said, yes, I actually have really coarse, strong strands, and that's what I do, and it works really well for me because my hair still needs some protein, but for her, in leave-on products, it's too much. So wherever you get your protein, sometimes it's better for you if it's just in a rinse-out product because then you're not getting that dose that sits on your hair all day long. Let's see. Oh, Jenny Oliver is in Melbourne. Hello. It's only 10:15 in the morning. Yeah, you have your happy hour drink later. Unless it's a day drinking kind of day. It's whatever. I judge not. All right. Somebody started with Inner Sense. Okay, let's see. Fine hair needs protein, but week 4, oh, you guys, I really need to go take a Claritin. This is going to bug me the whole night. I'm so sorry I'm touching my face so much. It's like so weird now you think about touching your face. I mean, nobody's in the room with me, but like I'm here with you guys. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's see here. Fine hair needs small proteins in week 4. I don't believe I said that fine hair just needs small proteins. Fine hair can use any protein, really. It can use large protein also, but large proteins I don't think are great for anybody every wash day for the long haul, like multiple years. Oh, the Curlsmith Copper Hair Makeup Gel, and you love it? I've been really curious about those. I'm really curious. I think I might have to pick up the rose gold and the copper. They look really fun, especially together. I love it. Let's see, Erin Lee Golden is trying a mix of BioSilk Rock Hard Jelly with Mop Top Curly Custard, and they work good together. Awesome. You must have fine hair. Cheers, everybody. End of the month. Let's see. Jonna Boo's using Giovanni Smoothest Silk Conditioner, hair drinks up protein. Kayla Arbit's using Evolve H. Oh, good. Your hair really likes them. Very fine, medium density hair. Good. Oh, yeah, they do make hair very shiny. They do. I've used them. They made my hair a little bit too shiny. It was like too perfect. Y'all, I actually brought something to show you guys. So I used some new to me Kevin Murphy products today. So today I used the Repair Me Wash, which is a reconstructing protein heavy shampoo, and the Stimulate Me Rinse, which is a peppermint and menthol conditioner. And it was like I could breathe in the shower. It was amazing. And this is my styling product today. This is Motion Lotion. I don't think this one made it on to the worksheet. I mean, Toya and I use and play with a lot of products, but it smells so good. But this is a curl enhancing lotion. Now, if you look at the ingredients, it says that the first ingredient's water, second is sesame seed oil, so it is moisturizing right up front, but the third ingredient is VPVA copolymer. Who knows what VPVA copolymer does to your hair? Bueller. So it is a hold ingredient. So it's like the #1 ingredient used in a lot of gels. So for me, yes, Kayla Arbit wins. She says hold. But this is a lot of definition for me. And this is from mostly air dried. I did diffuse it just a little bit in the beginning. So I'm going to take my old pick and I'm going to comb it out. And I'm showing you this because, especially for you guys who have looser waves, you might really think about going for a look that is a lot looser instead of trying to force hold. I was inspired to talk about this with you guys today because I was on Instagram and I looked up I happened by, if y'all don't know who is it Hannah Grace? Hold on. It's the Graceful Stylist. Here we go. I think her name is Hannah Grace. Anyway, so the Graceful Stylist, I don't know if y'all can see that, on Instagram, posted in her stories today. Oh, is it not going to come up? Shoot. She posted in her stories today, and you can see that she has a very, very loose wave pattern. So she posted in her stories today that she brushed out her waves today to get another day out of them. And I was like, that is such a good look. Like, it's just really, really loose, really beachy. And like, if you guys with your like 1C, 2A, 2B curls are really striving for, I'm sorry, I'm using my camera as a mirror. If you guys are using really high hold products to try to force something, you're going to say, why does my hair look stringy? And I had a virtual consult with somebody today, and this was one of the things she was talking about. Her waves were like 2A, 2B. They were beautiful, but she was like, why do they look stringy? And if you think about it, if you have hair that's on the straighter side and you're using hold products, what are you holding but clumps of hair together that look straight, and that looks stringy? So don't be afraid to take a pick, a wide tooth comb, even like a brush to your hair. And maybe you're not brushing it or coming all the way through. Like for me, I like to do almost like a bounce. Like I'm just loosening those curl clumps. And then I like to fluff it up so that it's nice and big, because I don't really like a lot of definition. Like I look at Curly Q Lou's gorgeous hair. Gorgeous hair. Doesn't it just sicken you? But she's so nice, you can't hate her. She's wonderful. But her hair is so perfect and gorgeous. But I don't like that much definition on myself. I don't like the way it feels. So really, the looser your texture, don't be afraid to like embrace using just a cream to style with. There are a lot of creams that I really like. You can look at the sheet. In fact, I'll look at it with you because I brought it up so I could look at it with you guys. I know that Diva Curl is like kind of a canceled brand for everybody, but Diva Curl Wave Maker is a fantastic one. ISO Bouncy Cream, that's on here. That's on Amazon. That's a really good one. Wave Maker is good for fine or for strong hair types. This Motion Lotion, oh my gosh, look at me, you guys. I look so old with my glasses on, and I got to hold this way down here. I think this is actually protein free. So this Kevin Murphy Motion Lotion would be good for all hair types, but especially for coarser hair types, stronger hair types. What's another good cream? InnerSense Quiet Calm Curl Control is another one that's especially moisturizing. That one would be really good for stronger hair types. So anyway, I really love these products, and I love getting to play, but it's knowing what products I can play with. So the reason I think that this works so well for me, because number one, the look I'm going for is looser. I'm not really going for something that's super curly. I really am going for something that's a little bit on the looser side, but I still want to support my finer hair type with some protein. And so that's why the Repair Me wash, which is Kevin Murphy's shampoo, is a really good balancing act there. So yeah. Oh, a toy is on. What's up? Hashtag I'm new here. Hi, what's up? No, it's happening right now. I just started a little bit late because you know me and technology. We don't. I can build a website in a day, Atoya, but I don't know how to go live on the internets. BG is asking me a really good question. Are Kevin Murphy products CG approved? Okay, so I just recorded something I'm going to be sharing on my Instagram about that later today. If you would like to watch it, it'll be an IGTV video. So my hard and fast rules are this. Number one, avoid dimethicone at all costs. I will still use ammo dimethicone. It's a different silicone. And when we do another Simply Waves at another point in time, just so you guys know, so we are going to be taking a break in July. We won't be doing a Simply Waves in July. We've got a couple of other projects that we really want to focus on first. So we're going to do that, and then we'll be back with more Simply Waves later. But we will go and do a deep dive on ingredients sometimes. But in the meantime, I do have a video on my YouTube channel that I think is called What Does What? and it's all about ingredients. So you can dive into that if you are interested in that kind of thing. I know a lot of you are, and a lot of you are not. If you're not, don't feel like you need to, okay? But if you are, that's where you can find it. So in that video, I talk about dimethicone and how it's different. So that aside, my hard and fast rules are: number one, no dimethicone, and number two, I don't like to use a sulfate-based shampoo every wash day. I feel like it's too drying. So I give products more leeway than I did in the beginning. So these specific products that I'm using are dimethicone free. Kevin Murphy does carry other products that contain dimethicone, so you really have to look at the itty bitty teeny tiny print on the back and, like, you know, put your glasses on and then hold it way out here, right? So most of these do contain something called silicone quaternium 16. So silicone quaternium 16 actually works very similarly to dimethicone. To amodimethicone, excuse me, in that they are really only attracted to damaged areas of the hair. So they kind of prevent breakage like a Band-Aid, but they don't build up on themselves and they don't build up on your hair. They are not water soluble, however, so they will wash off in time with sulfate-free shampoos. So that's the long answer to your short question. I hope that helps you. But I'll be talking more about Kevin Murphy products that I've been using, and I find that they are really concentrated too. I used way too much of this shampoo today because I just thought I needed to. You know how you get like a new conditioner, especially Innersense, for example, and they're so concentrated, but you don't realize it the first time you use it. You just dump a mountain of it in your hand and you're like, oh, I can't use all that. And you got to figure out how to put it back in the bottle, like little by little. Is it just me? I'm sorry, this one curl is bugging me. Gotta get back into your family, dude. Okay, let's see. Protein. What was the name of the Kevin Murphy conditioner again? So this is the Kevin Murphy Repair Me Wash. And there is also a Repair Me conditioner, and I have that one as well. I just have it in my studio, and so I wasn't playing with it at home. But I would probably use those two together. The conditioner that I use today, and there's also a matching shampoo for this, is called Stimulate Me. So this is Stimulate Me Rinse, and the shampoo is Stimulate Me Wash. And if I could just share the fragrance of this with you guys, like through the internet, I totally would. But those are those. Okay. Catherine McGee says, every time I fall off on protein, my waves fall out really fast. I'm not buying anything new until I have a few empties, but I'm trying different combos. I think that's great. That's fantastic. You're getting to know your hair. That's part of it. It's just getting to know your hair. You don't have to know all the things, but just get to know your hair. Like, that's awesome. Okay, let's see here. What am I missing? Using Innersense Pure. Connie is using Innersense Pure conditioner and shampoo. Very good. Nice and light, nice and cleansing. I create volume. Very good. And I create hold. Yes, great combination. You might also really like their foam. I create lift. Outstanding. Okay, Danielle has been washing with Innersense Pure Harmony Hair Bath and Conditioner, and starting with My Soigné Hair Cream and Flaxseed Oil, but it doesn't hold very well. Well, I haven't used My Soigné yet, but I have had my eye on them for a long time. I just have no business buying any more hair products. Like, I'm at this point where I'm like, I'm only gonna buy things if I can carry it in my studio or if I can get it at the beauty supply store, because I have no business buying anything else. But I've been very curious about My Soigné, and I've heard really good things about them. People tend to really rave about them on Instagram, but it doesn't hold very well. So flaxseed gel depends on like what she's put in. So again, going back to the motion lotion here, VPVA copolymer is the hold ingredient in that. If she's not using something like that in her flaxseed gel, then she's relying more on the moisturizing properties of the flaxseed gel to lend moisture and hydration to your hair rather than any hold ingredients. But I haven't looked at the exact like formulation, so I don't know for sure. Oh, thank you. Honeymorn says my hair looks great. Thank you. This is the first time I've done it in a week. I've gotten so lazy during COVID. I wash my hair once a week, and I don't recommend that. I recommend at least a couple times a week. I've just been so busy with puppy and small children and studio and products and inventory and tracking sales and website building. I just, the puppy sleeps for like 2 hours, and I'm like, okay, I gotta plant a tree. It's just, I need to clone myself. I just take on too much. That's my problem. Oh, Catherine McGee says that she's been thinking of trying the creams as a one and done. You have the creams from, she has the creams from Anasi, very good. Bounce Curl, excellent. And Trey Looks, awesome. Yes, try them as a one and done. Again, it depends on what look you're going for. Like, you know, if you guys ever saw any of my videos from a few years ago, like I wanted a crunchy cast. I wanted a really crunchy cast, and I wanted like big bouncy hair. And now I'm kind of in this phase where I'm like, it feels too big. Like I want to bring it in a little bit. I want it to be a little bit longer. Like I kind of want something that's a little more boho looking. Like that's just a look that I'm going for. And if I use those gels with all the really strong hold ingredients and I get the cast, I'm going to get the big hair, but that's not the look I want at the end of the day. So sometimes when you're selecting your products, it's not about just what will work for my hair, but what do I want to look like at the end of it? What look do I want to achieve? With creams, you're going to get something, this is bugging me. With creams, you're going to get something a little bit looser. With gels, you're going to get something a little bit bouncier and more voluminous if it's a lighter gel. So let me see. I hate when I go through these comments and then they jump up and I have to go back down. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see here. Connie says, I try to do an all brand wash day because I feel like they are made to balance each other. Is that correct? I'm using InnerSense. I mean, I would say yes. I did use As I Am leave-in with this line. So I strayed from the line. I tend to like generally to stay within a line because I feel like they are generally formulated to work together. However, sometimes I really, really like the shampoo and conditioner in one line, but I really feel like I want a different look that day. So I might go with another line. So for example, one of my favorite combinations is InnerSense shampoo and conditioner. Pick your favorite, they're all good. And Jessie Curl Spiralicious, because I like the look it gives me. I feel like that combination makes my hair extra shiny, extra frizz-free. And if that's the look I'm going for, that's what I want. If I want something that's more voluminous and carefree, I might go with a little bit of their the InnerSense I Create Lift foam and their I Create Volume as like kind of a light hold product. So anyway, oh, Celia is on. Hello, Celia. I know Celia Hillbrand. She's my buddy. Hi, Celia. She says, Jessica of Forge Salon is a good example for me. Not a tight wave, not over-defined waves, and one of her Instagram shows just how much water you really need to use for your leave-in. You are so right on. So Jessica has got a really loose wave. If you guys don't follow her, she's Forge_Salon on Instagram, and she's so awesome. She was one of the awesome presenters at my Free from the Flat Iron. I almost forgot the name of it. It's been over a year. Free from the Flat Iron in-person event last year. And her hair's also, her strands are really strong, but she's like naturally blonde. And usually, you know, people with blonde hair usually have like finer hair, but not Jessica. She's got really strong hair. And so she uses a lot of water. She does really well with creams. And she needs longer hair for her very loose waves to really establish, like she needs a runway for them to establish their wave pattern. So Celia, if you grow your hair out to look like Jessica's, you let me know. I miss you. Have I omitted gel? I haven't omitted gel, but I'm just not in a gel mood lately. Like I'm not here for it. I've really been playing with creams. I've been also just doing leave-ins and air drying. I mean, for me, there's also like not a lot of point in doing a whole lot with my hair right now because I'm not really going anywhere. So it feels like getting dressed up to go nowhere. I don't know how you guys feel about this. It's definitely a good time to experiment, but I have just been like, why would I spend all that time? And I've been surprised at how much I like the results. So as I've been air drying, my number one tip is clip your roots. Just clip the roots from the very beginning. I have been plopping. And then I take that out and then I generally get my hands wet and take some more product and scrunch underneath because when I plop on top of my head, all this hair underneath just gets really, really straight. So because it's stretched from the back of my head, the nape of my neck up to the top of my head. So I do that and then I just go through. I feel like it's still a little bit flat on top, but you know, again, I'm not being that picky these days. And I just root clip. Take the clips and I go in sideways right here. I go in right here and I really try to lift it as much, like as close to the part as I possibly can, so that by the time I take it out, I have a little bit more lift up there. So that's my new thing is air drying. And I never thought I would like air drying. I never thought I would do leave-in only days or cream only days. And so I guess I've been experimenting just like in a different way, in a non-fancy way, I guess. Let's see, Peggy wants to know if I can talk about what to do if waves fall flat halfway through the day. You know, that is just really normal. That is just really normal for a wavy. And when you say fall flat, I don't know if you mean like the crown of your head is flat. That's this situation, or flip upside down. I can't tell you guys how many times I would flip upside down in the bathroom stall at work. And I'm just like, wonder if anybody can see me. Is anyone else in here? You know, upside down, fluffing my hair. It's just, you just have to fluff it several times a day. If you're talking about the waves are like falling out and your hair is like really kind of going straight, I mean, that's just kind of normal, but it sounds to me like you might need a gel with a little bit more hold. You also will find that lessens as you continue in your wavy hair journey, and your hair becomes more deeply hydrated with time. So it really just takes time, and you'll see less of that. But you can always like wet your hands with water and smooth them over and scrunch and hold. Do Toya's trick of holding for 5 seconds and then let go, and let that just air dry. And you should find that your waves really kind of come back to life, because that will reactivate your products from earlier in the day. You're basically doing like a midday refresh, and that's totally fine. Let's see, Tanya wants to talk more about transitioning. How should we go about it? Okay, so transitioning is a term that is used in the community of people who are getting away from using a relaxer or like a Brazilian blowout kind of thing. So their hair is definitely going through a massive transformation, because the hair that has been permanently straightened is never going to be as curly as it was. So their transition is different. Your transition, if it's not related to that, is just about hydrating your hair. So how should you go about hydrating your hair? Give it time. Consistently deep condition. And by consistently, I don't mean all the time. I mean like maybe every other week, or once a month, and leave it on for 20, 30 minutes, something like that. And then consistently avoid direct heat. So I wouldn't recommend blowing out your hair, or especially flat ironing it early on. If you choose to do that later on, occasionally it's not the end of the world, but in the beginning, it'll set you back pretty far. So that's kind of the best way to see success early on. Also, you guys paid for this content that Atoya and I put together. So I hope that you keep it handy. I hope that you print it out. I hope that you reference it often. But definitely 2 other things: choose quality products, and choose products that are right for your hair type. I know you're just getting to know your hair, but if you can make decisions that are based on what's in this product, who does it say it's for, do some research on it, like read the reviews on Ulta or Sephora or whatever, and get to know what you can about the product, instead of just saying, it's in a pretty bottle. I like the bottle and it smells good. Those are good reasons to buy a product, but those are reasons that you could enjoy a product, but they're not necessarily reasons they might be good for your hair. Okay, let's see. Mary Allison wants to know about plopping and the different types of plopping. I'm not sure I understand your question. Into the definition versus volume question, how might affect fine versus coarse hair? Okay, so this is something I'm going to make a post about, or a video about at some point in time, but I'll talk about it with you really quickly. So you want to know about plopping and how that fits into the definition versus volume question. Got it. Okay. So if you're someone who's team definition, your whole goal is, your final look is, I can't talk right now, baby. Yeah, I can brush your teeth in a little bit, but it's going to be a little while. You might need daddy to help you, sweetie. Okay, baby. Sorry. It's bedtime in my house. Okay. So team definition. If you are like, I want perfect ringlets and I want them unfrizzed, then your wash day is going to look like this: a hydrating shampoo, or a co-wash, a moisturizing conditioner. Maybe you don't rinse all that out. You use a leave-in, and then you probably are going to layer maybe a cream and maybe a foam and maybe a gel. This is what I did in the beginning. And you're going to apply all of that on dripping wet hair. And then you will use a t-shirt or a t-shirt towel, like the hair repair towel, and just gently scrunch And then you're going to diffuse on cold for like the rest of your life. And that's fine, because that might be what you choose to do, because you want definition. So that's the extreme side of what definition looks like. What is the number one thing you're doing? You are keeping as much water in your hair as possible for as long as possible, okay? The opposite of that would be the person who's like, I want volume all the time. I do want some definition, but I want volume, big volume. So that person's going to use a more cleansing shampoo, a lighter conditioner, maybe a leave-in. Oh, definitely rinse the conditioner all out, by the way. Maybe a leave-in, maybe not. And then they're going to use a styling product like a foam, and that's it. And then they're going to use a microfiber or a regular towel to plop their hair, because the longer you leave the towel in your hair, obviously it's like, you know, when you have a dog and you there's pee in the carpet and you need to get it up, you use a paper towel and you put the paper towel on the ground. Maybe you use like 5 paper towels and you stand on it, and the longer you stand there on it, it continues to soak up more and more pee. Is that just me? Does anybody else, can y'all relate to this? Anyway, so that's, think about, I don't want you to think about your hair as like having pee on it, but you know what I mean. So you got the plop on there, and the longer the towel plop towel is on your hair, the more moisture it's absorbing, okay? So you have that on your hair for maybe 10, 20 minutes, and then you take that off, and then you diffuse on medium heat or high heat, and medium or high speed. So that's the other extreme. So if you want something that's in between there, think about, how can I use more moisturizing products but still dry my hair quickly? Or maybe I need to use less moisturizing products, but I want to dry my hair slowly. So you got to kind of find the ways that you can balance to get the look that you want. So plopping fits into, to answer your question directly, fits into the team volume mantra for sure. But definitely if you're using something with loops like microfiber or a regular towel, because those just have much more surface area to draw more water out of your hair quickly. How would it affect fine versus coarse hair? It's more about density, honestly, than it is about fine versus coarse at that point. Okay, let's see. Oh, Celia misses me too. Obi-Wan, yeah, right. Miss you, Celia. Okay, let's see here. Can aloe and flax cause issues? That's in your soigné. I mean, aloe can be an issue for people, but I don't think that's causing your issue of it not having enough hold. I think it's just not a hard hold product, and you might want that gel to do more for you, Suzanne, than it's really designed to do. So what I would encourage you to do, I don't think those products last too long, so keep it in your refrigerator and come back to it in a few months. If it's still good, smell it. If it smells like bread, throw it away. But if you are not finding that you get enough hold from that, then I would definitely say go with a harder hold product, or layer a harder hold product on top of that. Again, like BioSilk Rock Hard Gelée is just an example that I go back to a lot, because yeah, it doesn't have a lot of hold. Oh, Belle said that she, random comment, but I just did my refresh while watching this. It's a great refresh day. I'm really happy. Oh, we do understand. Everybody give Belle a round of applause. We get it. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Oh, and perfect timing. Jonabu says the only gel I can use to get a cast, and I need a cast to get long-lasting definition, is BioSilk Rock Hard Gelée. And she says, any reason why I can't get a cast with anything else? Because it is a really hard hold gel. It's just a really hard hold gel. So enjoy it. There are others out there. I don't know what a lot of them are anymore, because I just don't really use them. And I haven't played with anything like that in a long time. But that one, I mean, it's named aptly. How about that? It's an apt name for that product. Okay, Sandra Miranda says, I've been on CGM for almost 3 years. I still don't know what really works for my hair. I've noticed a lot of different products work, but I don't write it down, so I forget my combos. Well, Sandra, girl, I don't know what to tell you. You got to write things down. I mean, that's what I did in the beginning. So you aren't going to be able to learn if you're using a lot of different products and playing around a lot, but you're not writing any of it down. If you don't keep a record, then you can't remember. So you're going to have to work on that. I think you know what your homework is. Let's see. Veggie V, how do we get a virtual consult? What do I tell you in one? So Atoya and I both do virtual consults, and that's for people who are like, I'm still struggling. I've been doing this for a while, and I just want some one-on-one help. I want to talk through things. Generally, it's about a half hour. Sometimes it's a little shorter, and generally it's a little bit longer. And we talk through, at least I know I talk through, I can't speak for Atoya, but I talk through, I do a really deep dive into what does your routine look like right now? What look are you after? What are your hair properties? And, we might do some things to figure out what your hair properties really are. And then talk through your products, your routine, and how is that working towards your goal. And what I find is a lot of people are like, I want more volume, but they are using a team definition routine. Or people who are like, I really want more definition. They're using a team volume routine, like we just talked about. So you got to pick a routine to go with what you want your end result to look like. And that's a lot of what we talk about. It's just making those connections, especially where water is concerned. How much water is in your hair? But they're really fun. So you can go to my Instagram, and I have a booking link, and I think Atoya does the same. But I'm not here to advertise for that. It's just if you're interested in that kind of thing, that's how you can find out more about it. I just do them during certain weekdays as my work from home plan while COVID is being COVID. Tracy said she's had her hair cut by Jessica. Oh, she is awesome. She's amazing. Okay, let me see here. Tanya, can we have a list of different products that work together, combinations, and what doesn't or shouldn't be clubbed together? Tanya, that is just, it's a valid request, but it's such a long list. And I will tell you that I would just generally try to use varied products together. So I wouldn't necessarily always use several different gels, or I wouldn't do like a 2 or 3 gel wash day generally, unless you're after a lot of definition. I wouldn't do a 2 or 3 cream wash day styling routine. So really, you can look this up on Google. You'll probably find articles about it on Naturally Curly, but like there are methods that people who've been doing this for a long time have put together, like LCEG, leave-in cream enhancer gel. So that's the order in which a lot of people prefer to layer their products. So I hope that kind of helps to answer your question. But really, when it comes to layering, I really do recommend layering one product on your hair at a time. Usually if you're doing a lot of products, if you're using like 3 or 4 products, then small amounts of each product, obviously. Don't mix them in your hand. Just don't. That's called cocktailing, and I don't recommend it because if you think about it, like those 2 products were never meant to be like mashed together in a big pot and stirred. They just weren't. So why would you do that? You know what I mean? So I used to do that as a way to test whether certain products would work well together. But the truth is that this vigorous motion is going to make most products not work all that well together. Some still will, but you're not doing that on your hair. So why do it in your hands? So I just figure layer one at a time and gently scrunch. You guys have some good questions tonight. It's so fun. Okay, let me see here. I feel like I'm giving you guys really long answers. I'm going to try to fly through them. Are y'all having a good Friday, by the way? Let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute, because it's Friday. Ugh, my eyes are so dry. I'm ready to close them and like take a nap. But I got some Ozark to watch. Have you guys seen Ozark? Oh my gosh. Jason Bateman is like, how does he keep it going? How does he keep the plot going? It's so good. And now I want to go to the Ozarks, but I'm a little creeped out, but I still want to go. Anyway, it's on Netflix. It's really good. Season 3 just came out. So if you don't know anything about it, you have a lot of binging to do. And those are the best shows to have. Okay, let me see here. Oh, thank you, Ron Burgundy. You're so sweet. I'm a beautiful spirit. Oh, Ron Burgundy, you speak my language. Sandra says, I don't know how to root clip. My hair is flat in different directions. Well, there's nothing you can do but keep trying. I know that like you can look in the mirror, for example, and see where you have, at least on the top of your head, different growth patterns. And you want to take those in the opposite direction. So like if this wants to go straight this way, I'm going to bring it this way and I'm going to clip it up right there. Does that make sense? So wherever you have flatness, take it in the opposite direction. There's really no wrong way to do it. And my clips go in different directions almost all the time. Let's see. Amy Fryer asks, what products are best for hydrating and improving the health of hair? Well, when you look at formulation, generally I like to stay mostly silicone free, and I don't like to over sulfate. But I do like to make sure that my hair is clarified and clean. Sorry, I'm using my camera's mirror again. Y'all, this is what happens when I do a live. It's not safe, because I do this a lot when I make a video, but then I go to the video and I edit all that out later. So you'll never have to see me do it. Now you know the truth. Generally, like formulation wise, that is kind of what I think can help improve your hair with time. But also if your hair is just in a very dry, straight state, layering products so that your hair has more to snack on in between wash days, especially because it's higher porosity when you start this thing. Sorry, I hear kids talking. I'm like, I don't want to hear that story. And then, of course, deep conditioning regularly, using creams that are not too heavy, but that are nourishing to your hair. And generally, I mean, I think higher end products are generally better for your hair. I know not everybody's going to agree with me on that, but I just find that since I am using higher end products in my life, I find I get a lot less buildup than I used to. Could it be a coincidence? Is my hair just healthier now? Maybe, but it's just where I am. It's what my experience looks like, right or wrong. It is what it is. Let's see, wet or dry cut? I mean, I prefer a dry cut because then I can see where I'm going in the hair, and I can see how it's going to behave generally when it's cut. But it depends on the hair type also. I have a couple of wavies whose pattern is so loose and their hair is so fine that a wet cut makes more sense for them, because their waves need to be more blended and their ends need to be a little bit more blunt so that they can maintain a little bit more density in their haircut. And then I can dry it, style it, and detail it curly if I find that they need, you know, like an area over here to be lifted a little bit more that wasn't before. I can do that dry. So that's kind of how I make that judgment call. Let's see. Danielle Parham wants to know what other shampoos and conditioners that are clean and light like Innersense but not as pricey. Girl, there's nothing like Innersense. There's just not. Fine long hair, medium to high porosity. Here's the thing about Innersense that I do want to say. When I have found that when I buy higher end products, like I used way too much of the shampoo today, but especially I found this with Innersense, is that buying a bottle of Innersense conditioner, and by the way, I'm not sponsored, like they don't pay me, you guys, like I don't make it, they've never given me money. They sent me product once upon a time, but like they don't do that anymore. So when you hear me talk about these brands, like nobody's paying me, just so you guys know. I don't care what you buy, but I want you to buy good products. And so for me, I do feel like a bottle of their conditioner is like buying 4 bottles of VO5. So like if you want to buy 4 or 5 or 10 bottles of VO5, then like go ahead and do that. But you're not going to nourish your hair the same way. It's not going to work the same. I know that not everybody can afford that upfront payment of their products. I 100% get that. I judge not. But it is what it is. There's just nothing else like them out there. I mean, I still think that Diva Curl shampoos and conditioners are good. I know they're a canceled brand. People are going to hate on me for saying that, but I haven't had that experience. Maybe I'm one of the lucky ones. But I don't carry them and I don't recommend them to people. But historically, they were good. They were really good in the past and they weren't as pricey. Curl Junkie is a good brand. They're not quite as pricey. I don't think they're the same. I mean, these are good, but are they the same? I mean, they're not the same, but they're good. Jessie Curl is pretty good in terms of their shampoos and conditioners. I like their styling products better, though. I think they do better on their styling products. Paul Mitchell has some good styling products, but I find with shampoos and conditioners, there are not very many that I like. I find that most of them are way over cleansing or way under cleansing, and that their conditioners just sit on top of the hair, but don't really moisturize it. So that's why I don't recommend very many. So like when I get questions about why didn't you recommend very many shampoos and conditioners, but a lot of styling products, it's like, because I don't think that many shampoos and conditioners are actually very good. And they're kind of like the cornerstone of your routine. Yeah. So anyway, what foam do I recommend? I haven't talked specifically about foams. I really do like a lot of foams. I think most of these are in you guys' sheet that you got, but I really like, my favorite foams are Zerin Volumizing Foam. You can find that on Amazon. It's Zerran. So good. That could be a one and done ingredient for a lot of you guys, especially with fine hair. AG Cloud is really good. InnerSense I Create Lift is really good. And Paul Mitchell Invisible Wear Volume Whip is excellent. Those are my 4 favorites. I loved them. And Jen Carmichael says, no InnerSense product worked for her, so they're not for everyone. And then they are not. And they're not, and that is totally fine. But I'm glad that you are getting to know your hair. So for sure. And by the way, you guys, InnerSense does sell travel size bottles. They sell trios a lot, or they have travel size, like 2-ounce bottles of most of their products. So I love it when brands do that. Jessie Curl also does that, 2-ounce sizes. Curl Junkie, they don't always have them in stock, and when they do have them in stock, they go out pretty frequently, but they have a sample set that you can get on their website. And you can order a sample set of their cleansing products or their styling products. So I think that's really, really nice. So, let's see. Jenny Oliver says, this is a potentially ridiculous question. I have some Great Lakes collagen that you add to food and smoothies. Could I mix a little bit into conditioner to use as a protein treatment? I don't think so. Those collagen molecules are going to be enormous. They're not hydrolyzed. So proteins have to be hydrolyzed. That means broken down into teeny tiny itty bitty pieces for them to actually be effective on your hair. But you know what? You never know until you try. People put egg on their hair. They put banana on their hair. Those things are not supposed to be effective because, again, they're not hydrolyzed. So I vote that you go for it. I think you should put a smoothie on your head and see what happens. Have I tried any of the High Bar shampoo or conditioning products? I just got the entire set. I haven't used them yet. Seeing as I basically wash my hair once a week now whenever I have time, I have not done it yet, but I have them and I've had them for like a couple weeks and I'm so mad at myself that I haven't used them yet. So that's going to be my next wash day. I just couldn't, I had to do it. They smelled too good. I had to do it. I could not resist them any longer. Let's see. Audra says, my favorite shampoo. Oh, just so you guys know, going back to Mary Allison's question about High Bar shampoo and conditioning bars. I'm really curious about them because they are totally plastic free. So they're totally waste free. They come in paper packaging. So that's totally able to be recycled. I can't remember if there was plastic wrapped around them. I don't think so. I think they came with paper wrapped around them. So totally waste free packaging, which is so nice. And they're like little teardrop shapes. So you set them in your shower. They have a little flat bottom so that they're always up so that they don't get soggy sitting on their side. I'm really excited about them. They smell really, really good. They have 3 formulas. One is volumizing, one is moisturizing, and I think one is just like normal, like for maintenance, if you're not either of the 2. So I want them to do a shampoo and conditioner for each line. And they smell really, really good. It seems all InnerSense has glycerin. How do I deal with that in the Texas humidity? I have not had a problem with their glycerin in the Texas humidity. And maybe that's because when I do style with them, I almost always use a leave-in that is low to no glycerin. I do love their Sweet Spirit leave-in. I do believe it has glycerin in it also. And I use that with their products a lot. I use that in their products a lot, but hold on one second, sorry. But generally I use that product for refreshing. So I love As I Am leave-in. That's one of my favorites. And I love the Bounce Curl Cream Conditioner. I like to use that as a leave-in. A lot of you are saying, well, a few of you are saying, InnerSense, I'm the odd man out, but I tried them again. You know, there really is a learning curve with using their products. I will tell you that. I know that Atoya can attest to that because she did not love their products at first. She was really used to DevaCurl and the quantity she was using, and maybe she was using too much InnerSense. I don't know, but she wasn't impressed by them early on. So, and I'm not saying everybody's going to like them. You're not necessarily going to like it, but It's, you don't know until you try it. Do I recommend brushing hair wet or dry? I'll be honest, you guys, I actually before my wash day, I love to brush my hair, mostly because I love to feel the bristles on my scalp. It's just so stimulating. It feels so good. I love it. Has Bounce Curl Gel changed their formula? Yes, and I'm upset about it. I'm going to talk about it later. I'm not happy. I didn't tell them I was not happy about it. It is what it is, but it's whatever. Yes, they are trying to go cleaner with their product line. And I think that in order to do that, in order to be considered clean, oh, my bangs drive me crazy, y'all. I think I might be past the bang phase. I don't know. In order to score a certain amount on the Think Dirty app, they had to change their fragrance, which was one of the things I loved about that gel. So I'm really upset about it, but it is what it is. And I think as a result, the gel is a little bit thicker. I haven't used it yet. I'm just upset that anything changed because I don't deal with change well. So that's that. Oh my goodness. You guys have so many good questions tonight. Okay, let me see here. Jesse asks, how to properly assess if my hair has too much moisture or protein. The hair strand test is one thing. Are you consistently bad hair days? You can do the hair strand test, but really it's better to know if your hair is just talking to you, because then you can learn to really read your hair. So if you have, I think the consistently bad hair days is the way to do it. So if you've got 3 bad hair days and you're like, what's up? Then maybe you do the hair strand test. But I think you can learn to read your hair. Yeah, you guys are funny. Ashlyn Vandergriff says that Love, Beauty, and Planet has some amazing sulfate-free shampoos and silicone-free conditioners. Plus, they're recyclable and cruelty-free and cost between $6 and $8. Yay! Then I urge you guys to check them out for sure. What product do I keep picking up? Oh, Alana, I'm picking up Kevin Murphy. I'm picking up Kevin Murphy products. And I'll be talking about those on Instagram later. Oh, thank you, Shannon. You're so sweet. Oh, so Honey Morin says she's been doing gelatin treatments thinking the protein was penetrating her hair. And now she finds out the proteins are too big. Well, okay, that may be the case, but how did your hair work afterwards? How did your hair feel after? Was it bouncier? Were your ringlets more defined? I think the way you learn is by doing. At least that's true for me. So do it. What can you do for less definition on ringlets? That's an interesting question. Comb them out. Use heavier products. And then when your hair is completely dry, take your pick to them and loosen them up. And then fluff them out so they're nice and fluffy. I need a haircut so bad. And my stylist has skipped town. I don't know where she is. I can't find her. I don't know what to do. Oh my gosh. Do I think the As I Am Jamaican castor oil co-wash would work well for fine hair? Probably not. I would say probably not. Thoughts on back combing for volume? I mean, absolutely. Go for it. I don't have a comb that I can use to do back comb. So back combing. Do I want to do this on my wash day hair? I'll do this for you guys. We're just going to pretend this is back comb. Make sure when you back comb that you do it gently. 1, 2, 3. Did you notice I went pretty high up? There we go. And then I'm going to smooth it over the top. Now I've got some great volume right there. Okay. That's also going to make it really easy to comb out. Okay. So later on, you're going to lightly pick it from where there's a longer end. From the high end of the back comb closer to the root, just like you would if you were getting out a child's tangles. And voila, very easy. In fact, I think I'm gonna do that on the other side because that worked so well. 1, 2, 3. Gives me a little pillow right there. Hey, good trick. Thanks, friend. Like it. Forget about that. Okay, I'm gonna put my glasses back on. Is this fun for you guys? I hope you guys are having a good time. I like these Q&As. I have fun doing them with you guys. I don't know how people feel about these videos when they stumble upon them on YouTube and they're like, oh, what is this? Why is this an hour-long video? Any tips for quarantine hair care? Oh, you don't need to do anything differently when you're in the house. Just take it easy, experiment, have fun. Don't make it hard on yourself. Any must-have shampoo, conditioner, and gel to recommend? I'm pretty sensitive. I tried Inner Sense and wasn't wowed. I mean, my very favorites are, let's see here. I really love Bounce Curl Clarifying Shampoo, which is not truly clarifying, and Bounce Curl Cream Conditioner. And I love their gel. At least their old formula. I haven't used the new one yet, so I hope it's the same. This is my Wallace and Gromit smile. So I hope it's the same. So that's a favorite. Inner Sense is a favorite. I said it before, I really like Inner Sense styling products, but I really love Jessica Spiralicious with Inner Sense shampoos and conditioners. I feel like they're just made to go together. I really like Mop Top styling products. I feel like their conditioner is really good. Their Bamboo Daily Conditioner is excellent and it's budget friendly. But I feel like their shampoo is way over cleansing. Like it's like a clarifying shampoo for me every time. I also really like the deep treatments from Curl Junkie. I haven't used a lot of their other products, but I've heard really good things about them, especially for people with stronger strands. So Curl Junkie might be a good one to look into. And then, of course, I've really been playing with Kevin Murphy a lot. And not all their products are CG friendly, or I should say Dimethicone free. But those would be my tops right now. Oh, and then there are a few Paul Mitchell. I really love the Paul Mitchell Invisible Wear, and I love their newish Tea Tree Lavender Mint Curl Defining Gel. It's very, very good. It actually reminds me a lot of, sorry, I'm pulling my shorts down. Reminds me a lot of Inner Sense I Create Volume, but it's got a little bit more hold to it. It's really good. Oh, Audra, I think I saw this comment of yours. Let me see here. I get great clumps when I'm doing flip coat scrunch, but as soon as I scrunch with a t-shirt and go upright, I lose all my clumps. It's so frustrating. So don't go upside down. Don't flip. Don't do it. There are a couple clients that I have whose hair is so tangle prone that I know now, if we go upside down to style, then when we come back up, we've got to comb everything all over again because it becomes a matted mess. That might not be the problem that you're dealing with, but try not going upside down. Try side to side styling. You can still use gravity on your side. Just see if you can like lean a little bit. You might even lean forward. You might lean sideways. You might even lean back and go this way. I know that that's a strange way to move your body, but think of it as a yoga stretch or something, or at least, turn your head. Don't need to hurt yourself to do your hair. What are heavier products in the Inner Sense line? So they have a hydrating shampoo and a hydrating conditioner that would be more moisturizing. Their Quiet Calm Curl Control is definitely a moisturizing product. And I feel like their gel is a little bit on the heavier side just because it's so concentrated. So you can thin it a little bit by adding water to it and emulsifying it with water before applying it if you need a thinner version of their gel. Otherwise, you can use it in its thick glory if you need something a little bit heavier and more moisturizing. Oh, my favorite protein treatment. Honey Moore asked, what is my favorite protein treatment? I love Curl Junkie Repair Me. Make no bones about it. It's my very favorite. It is a protein and deep conditioning treatment in one, and it smells amazing, and it's like $30 for a big bottle, and it's a great value. I love Inner Sense Hydrating Hair Mask. It is an excellent protein heavy deep conditioner. That would probably be my second favorite. And then I just got one from Kevin Murphy that I've just started playing with, and it's part of their Repair Me line. So they have Repair Me Wash, which is the shampoo I use today, a Repair Me Rinse, which is just their like daily conditioner, and a Repair Me Mask, which is excellent. So I've been using that on some of my clients, and it's amazing. And then they have a Hydrate Me mask. It's really good as it's not protein, but it's a good a good deep conditioning treatment for someone with stronger hair strands that can't do that much protein. Is a heat protector needed for medium heat diffusing? No. That is such a good question. I hear it all the time. Think of your diffuser as your heat protectant. It is ensuring that all the heat from your dryer is not right up on your hair. You do not need a heat protectant when you're diffusing your hair, even if you're using high heat. You really don't. If you want to use one on high heat, go for it. I would never use high heat because I don't like that much heat directly on my scalp. But for medium heat diffusing, no, you're totally fine. Can you use any rinse out conditioner as a leave-in? Of course, try it. They're not really formulated the same way, so you might find that your rinse out conditioner is a little bit sticky to be a leave-in, especially if you're only washing your hair like once a week. But try it. You never know until you try it. And if you love it, great. Oh, Mary Allison got her wine. Yay, wine break. Let me see here. Jen Carmichael says she was looking at the Kevin Murphy conditioners. They all have butters, which are too heavy for her hair. Any daily protein conditioner that I recommend? You know, I can't think of any that don't have any butters in them. Let me think for a second. Giovanni might be a good one, a good brand to look at. They have got, I can't remember off the top of my head. Somebody help me out here. What the conditioner is that is protein heavy. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. But their conditioners generally don't have a lot of butters in them. So they would be a line to look at. They're kind of the first one that comes to mind. Anything else? I can't think of anything else. That's the one that comes to mind. Flamingo is sad. She says her waves fall out by noon, especially earlier in the day. She has to refresh and diffuse every day to get there. You know, here's the thing. Maybe you're asking your hair to do too much. I know that's not what anybody wants to hear, but with time, they will hold their own in the way that they are meant to. We wavies get the curl and V. And I know that was something that Atoya talked about in her May Simply Waves group. We get a case of the curl and V, and then we're opting for maximum curl every single day. And when it falls, we're so sad and we think our hair is a failure. And I would just want to urge you guys to let that go, because I know that none of us want our hair to fall. Yes, you can take a little water and try to reactivate your product, but if your hair is going to hold up, it's going to do that in time. I would urge you to embrace the volume and less of the definition until you get there. And just, again, take pictures, start a private or a public Instagram, and write down what you used that day. Even if that's all your private Instagram is for, it's a picture of you, different angles of your hair, what you used that day, and how you felt about it. Did you like that routine? Did you not like that routine? So that's what I would urge you guys to do, because I think it's just so important to have that knowledge, and that's how you learn, is with time. But you will not learn because you will not be able to remember what's working for you and what's not if you don't record things. So I hope you do that, and I hope you embrace the volume and embrace what your hair is trying to do. So don't get too frustrated with it. Shannon, you know me so well. She says she remembers when I got so upset that they changed the Diva Curl foam. That's the thing, is you find a product that you love and you just pray that the people who run the business will never change that formula, because when they do, it goes away. It started with KMS Curl Up, their Curl Up line, Curl Defining Cream. That is the whole reason I'm here, you guys, is because KMS brand changed their Curl Up, I think it was Curling Balm. That's what it's called. It was part of their Curl Up line. It was called Curling Balm. And do you know how many bottles that I have? I have at least 3 or 4 bottles that I hoarded off of eBay from like August 2016. I should probably throw them away, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Excuse me. And when that product changed, I was like, how do I make my hair curly? I don't even know what that was. It turns out it was a curl enhancer, but I didn't know that existed at the time. Was it gel? Was it cream? I don't know. And because that product was totally discontinued, not even changed, it threw me into a tailspin of trying everything under the sun. And so the product junkieism began, and Real Life Curly Girl began. And I found Lorraine Massey and the Curly Girl method. And I learned everything I could about products just to figure out what the hell that product was. It's hilarious. And then Diva Curl went and changed their foam on me. And now Bounce Curl. I guess I'm just going to have to come out with my own product line at some point in time so that I can never change it. We'll see how easy that is. It's probably a raw materials problem, and I'm going to have to be like, damn, I changed it. Everybody's going to be so mad at me and call me a hypocrite. Such is life. Oh, yay. My tipsy videos were the best. You might get yourself another one tonight. Oh, thank you very much. She says, my hair is beautiful. Thank you. It is what it is. I appreciate that. I don't mean to play it down. I just, I have those days where I look in the mirror and I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to do with you today. It's just pieces everywhere. Like I see these pieces sticking out. I did give myself some COVID layers the other day. Took some pieces straight up and I was like, and you need to be shorter. And how about you? How you looking? How does this compare to this one? Yep. You need to be shorter. Whatever. It's the beauty of wavy curly hair is that you can cut it like that, and it seems to work really well, actually. Okay, let's get back to questions. Get my life back together. How often do I use Curl Junkie Repair Me? Like once a month. I just use it once a month, but I always clarify before I use it because why would I want to deep condition the potential buildup and hard water buildup that's on my hair? So always. Oh, let's see. Stacy Button, you need a Curly Wavy Curl Pro in Southern California. I don't know where in Southern California you are, but there is a stylist that people have asked me about before. And what is her name? Hold on. I think it's Brandy. It's Brandy Kikoa. Here it is. She is in Temecula, California. BrandyKikoa.com. She has no idea that I even know who she is. It's fine. You might be the only white person who goes in that salon, and that is totally fine. I hope it's fine with everybody. I hope we're not, whatever. I hope it's fine with everybody. My friend Nicole has gone there several times, and she said she was the only white person there. And she's like, they kind of looked at me funny, but my hair looked great when I left. So, let's all embrace our texture, no matter what we look like. I probably said something wrong. So if I said something wrong, you guys go easy on me. I don't know what to say about any of these things anymore. Let's see. What else do we have here? Okay. How can I get the spreadsheet? There's not a spreadsheet. So if you're part of the Simply Waves group, if you just jumped on this call because you follow me on YouTube, thank you for joining. I hope it's fun and interesting to you. But I have put together a PDF with Atoya Bass of products that we recommend for people. So if you do not have it, you guys, send me an email. My email is in the Simply Waves group. You can find it in the feed section. There's topics and there's feed. So if you go to the feed section, you can post. You can see the post that I put up there recently that says, hey, if you didn't get something, email me. And you'll see my email in there, and I'll send it to you. Is it still okay to use LA Looks gel? Absolutely. You use whatever gel works for you. I had a gal in my chair last Saturday who came in with LA Looks gel in her hair, and I used Intersense on her hair. And I don't think her hair looked as good when she left as it did when she had LA Looks in it. I'll be honest. I think it looked better when it came in. And I'm not saying the products weren't right for her. Maybe I didn't use enough. Maybe I should have used it at full capacity. When you do somebody else's hair for the very first time, it's a really get to know it moment. But yeah, if your LA Looks gel is working for you, girl, you enjoy that. No judgment ever. Enjoy it. Yay. Let's see here. Da-da-da-da. What's a good refresh product? I tend to really like Intersense Sweet Spirit Leave-In Conditioner as my refresh product. Giovanni Smooth as Silk. I don't know if it's smooth as silk. I feel like there's a protein one. From Giovanni that would be good. I think smooth as silk is not the right one. What shampoo do I recommend before a deep conditioner? I have always really liked Suave Daily Clarifying, like cheapy, strip it off. And I have heard that the formulation has changed for that, but I haven't been in a Walmart recently, so I haven't found that shampoo and read the ingredients and compared it with what I have, but I do need to do that. I do also really like, if you have color treated hair, I think Kinky Curly Come Clean is a really, really good option. It's a little bit more gentle, but it's still a good clarifier. Malibu Sea Hard Water Shampoo is really good, especially if you know you have hard water. You know you have hard water if you have hard water. If you're like, I don't know if I have hard water, then you have soft water. So with hard water, you get like this calcium kind of crust on the back of your faucets and your shower heads, generally speaking. And that's a telltale sign. So a hard water shampoo would be good there too. I also really like Paul Mitchell's Neon. It's from their Neon line. It's like yellow and white bottle, and it's called Sugar Cleanse. That's an excellent clarifying shampoo if you want something a little fancier that smells really, really nice. Kevin Murphy, if you want a really fancy one, Kevin Murphy Maxi Wash is an excellent clarifying shampoo. And it also contains tea tree, so it's good for the scalp. That's a really good one too. And it also contains EDTA, so it will remove hard water deposits. Okay, let's see here. Oh, Marcia says, in 30 days, I have learned so much. At least 6 don't do's and only 2 things that work well. That doesn't sound promising. Huh, you're gonna have to elaborate on that for me, Marcia. Let's see here. Let's see. How can I train the hair at the front, which used to be a fringe, to be like it is now? Or should you get a cut again? I mean, I don't know that I necessarily believe in like training curls like I see people do. I'm sure it's possible. It's never worked for me. But if you're trying to train the direction that it goes, you can always do that when it's dry and pin it over. Hair is going to have growth patterns. It's going to have directions that it wants to go, but definitely messing with it when it's wet before all of its hydrogen bonds have reformed is the time to try to train it to go the direction you want it to go. Oh, Angela says, yes, product line, please. Maybe one day. That's Atoya and I were talking about that the other day, and we're like, oh, that's such a Pandora's box. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mary Allison, you're so sweet. She's trying to figure out driving 8.5 hours from here to my studio is too far of a drive for a haircut. That's a pretty long drive. Are you in like Lubbock or something? Oh, you poor thing. Yeah. I mean, I'd say make a Dallas weekend out of it, but not right now while we're like a COVID hotspot. Definitely wait a while. But send me a DM on Instagram or something, and we'll talk. We'll find something for you if you want to make a weekend of it. Oh, let's say. Oh, you gotta go. Bye, bye, girl. Thank you for being here. All right, let's see. I wish there's more information for short hair wavies. Well, you know, short hair is not necessarily a hair property. So you can apply all of these learnings for different hair properties to your hair, no matter what length it is. But if you're looking for more, in-depth consultation, like you can always look to me and Atoya for that, and we can give you some tips. And I know there are a lot of like short-haired wavies on Instagram, for example, like Marianne, who's Good Gravy It's Wavy, who has really short hair. She can give some tips. And then when my hair was shorter, I recorded a few routine videos, so that might be helpful to you then. Hold on, I have a child knocking at the door. I suspect it's somebody wanting to tell me good night. Hold on a second, sorry guys. Hi, can I hugs? Hi, come here. Hi. I know. I gotta finish my call. I know, 100 out, 100 years. I know. Okay, I'll come and check on you when I'm all done, okay? All right. I love you. Yes, I love you. Okay, sorry. they like it that I'm home to hug them goodnight now because I wasn't for the last year and a half when I was in school. So I don't mind. I like to hug them. Okay. Oh, let me see here. If you're in San Diego, okay, good. Yay. I love that you guys, one of the things I have loved about the community so much, you guys, is that you guys like talk to each other. And that's what we were hoping would grow in this community was like, hey, if you're in San Diego, Stacy, says Jen, I can give you a couple stylist recommendations. I love that. I think that's amazing. Hey, can you recommend a stylist in Houston? What do you guys think about this? Should I go for this haircut based on like I think it's amazing. Like, I think you guys, I don't know. I hope you're enjoying it. There will be an option to stay in the community if you guys want to do that, just so you know. So if that's something you guys are interested in doing, even if there's no guidance from myself and Atoya, there will be other perks to kind of staying if you want to do that. So I just want you guys to know. Oh, Marcia asked what part of Dallas I'm in. She would be driving from New Braunfels. Oh, you're not that. I love New Braunfels. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I'm in North Dallas, so I'm like close to Addison. So if you look on Google Maps, I'm close to Addison. Let's see. Have I tried Which I Love Your Hair? I do. I have tried Which I Love Your Hair. And the one thing about it that freaks me out is that there are no preservatives in it. And it is filtered water, but it's filtered water in a bottle with rocks and no preservatives and some oils. And I just feel like that seems like a breeding ground. I can't do it. So that's where I am on that, for what it's worth. So whatever. It does smell really good though. I have tried it, but then when I learned there were no preservatives and they were just relying on oils and the stainless steel bottle to be the preservative, I was like, that's not enough for me. That is not enough for me. Oh, Marcia, you thought of it, Giovanni Triple Treat. Yes, that is the daily conditioner that I believe to be higher protein, but is butter-free and is nice and light. Very good. Thank you so much, Marcia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. Okay. In Houston, Curls by Jess W. She is in Houston. Awesome. Thank you guys for chiming in. Y'all are amazing. Suave is my go-to. Clarifying shampoo? Yes. What was the ingredient I mentioned that removes hard water buildup? EDTA. So it might be disodium EDTA or tetrasodium EDTA, but that is what you want to look at for that. Is there anyone in Austin? Atoya? Oh, I do know some people in Austin too. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Like, I'd have to dig them up. I need to keep like a spreadsheet somewhere of stylists that I know of in different places. So Atoya, chime in if you know somebody in Austin for curly cuts. Lacey Kurtner wants to know. Oh, Giovanni 50/50 might be another good one too. Thank you, Amy. Okay, good. Oh, Susan Yogi, you're so sweet. She says that she's happy to say she doesn't have any questions today as we've pretty much answered all of them. Good. I'm so glad you've learned so much. That makes me feel so good. Should we root clip when our hair is wet if you're air drying? Yes, I do. That's the only time I root clip wet. When I'm diffusing, I do it almost at the end. So like I know where my flat spots are and where I need it. But when my hair is wet, everything is flat. So I just kind of select some areas close to my part and try to zhuzh that up so that it will have some volume when I'm all done. So absolutely. So far, every gel and mousse I've tried has left my hair incredibly dry. I did a cream after once and liked that. Does the order of the cream really matter? No, it doesn't. You'll get more hold if you use a gel at the end, but if using a cream at the end made a difference for you, then you found something that your hair likes and you should absolutely continue to do that. Oh, those sweet little voices. Yes, they're so sweet. They're such good kids. They've been a little neglected this month. I will be honest. They've been a little neglected. I'm glad that they have each other, and I'm glad that they play well together, and I'm glad that they have big imaginations and that they also like television in the afternoons. It's very helpful. So good question. Tanya wants to know if we will be able to access the content beyond this month. Absolutely. So if you remain in the group, then you will still have access to the community. We'll talk more about this. You guys will get like an email here pretty soon that kind of walks you through this. But you also already have the PDFs for week 1, week 2, week 3, and week 4, along with the Simply Waves May workbook that Atoya created. That will also, to those of you watching who are not in the group, be sold as a separate standalone course, a self-guided course, if you will, and you'll have access to all these live videos as well. And that'll be a separate price. I don't know if there will be community access along with that. But anyway, so that's going to be coming. But you will have access. We will be sending you guys an email that has hyperlinks to all of these lives. So you will always have them. You can always access them. And you have the PDFs of the content that we sent you that you get to keep. So those are yours to refer to anytime you want. If you choose to stay in the community, then you have each other, and that's up to you as well. So thank you guys. I mean, I don't know that I've said thank you enough. Thank you for joining this month. Thank you for being here. Thank you for participating with each other. Thank you for choosing to take your learning to another level. I mean, I guess I don't have to thank you for that, but I'm glad that you decided to take that step for yourself. I think that's just really an investment in yourself and in your happiness with the way you look and the way you feel about yourself. And I just think it's a nice thing to do for yourself, especially during this time when I know that maybe a lot of us feel a little bit trapped. So I appreciate you guys being here and participating with our group and participating with each other and sharing your struggles online and letting us try to help you to the best of our abilities. So it's been really fun, and I'm going to miss doing this. I'm going to miss this group. Y'all have been a lot of fun and just super sweet and insightful and curious, and I love the things you think of. I'm now going to like forever do like a quick, you know, one of these when I can't get the volume that I want. Because look at that. Oh my God, why didn't I think of that? A little back combs, good for everybody. So you guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. And I hope that when we do future groups in the future, whatever that might look like, that you guys choose to come back to us, because it's been really fun. We've enjoyed having you. Okay, let's see. I think we're kind of coming to the end of our questions. I'm going to go through the rest of the questions here on my screen, and then I'm going to look through your questions that you guys submitted and see if there's anything else. A Simply Waves group on Facebook could work. I know that it could work, but I think that we really feel strongly about one. I know Atoya's got her own Facebook group. We want to keep it totally private so that it's not out there saying when, you know, when your friend logs in, she sees Mary Allison commented on a thing in this Simply Waves group on Facebook. You know, I just think that's creepy. And I don't like it announcing to everybody what you're doing online. I like that it's private. And I think that was one of the things that was kind of important to us. And I know that was important to Atoya when she started this back in May, was having a safe place for wavies, because I know that there are people who might say things to us like, you don't even have curly hair, why are you doing this? That makes you feel like poop. So I think it's nice having it be a private kind of safe place. And we could do a private Simply Waves group or something on Facebook, but I think we're pretty happy with it the way it is. So we'll see. Could I talk more about the Kevin Murphy styling cream? I will be on the lookout for my Instagram post that I'm going to put up on IGTV probably later tonight. Do I know of any protein-free deep conditioners, preferably available in, sorry, my things jumped here, in Canada? The only totally protein-free deep conditioner that I know of is Jessie Curl Deep Treatment, and I do believe they ship to Canada. Let me see. Is the Trader Joe's Nourish shampoo a clarifying shampoo? Yes. It does. It doesn't have a sulfate, but it does have a sulfonate, and it is color safe. That's right. So Audra Schwartz was pointing out that Trader Joe's Tea Tree shampoo is not necessarily color safe. So I learned when I was in cosmetology school that tea tree is not generally color safe. I don't know a lot about the science behind that, just so you guys know. Like I don't know the all all the ins and outs of why tea tree can leach color from color treated hair. That's not lightened hair, but color treated hair. And I don't know the answer to that, but I do know that there are certain products or ingredients that can be used in tea tree formulations that can make it color safe. So if it's a tea tree formula and it says that it's color safe, they've done something to the tea tree to, or at least balance the tea tree with something else to make it a color safe formula, just so you guys know. Protein heavy cream or foam? I mean, I think it really depends on your hair. If your hair is finer, then definitely the foam. If it's more heavy or strong, I would go with the cream. How to keep from getting over moisturized? Use more protein. Definitely use products like Bounce Curl Light Cream Gel, like Curl Junkie Repair Me. That might be your daily conditioner. If you end up getting over moisturized really easily, that tells me that your hair is very porous, and I think you need more protein in your routine for sure. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, Mary Allison says, "Yay, privacy." See, I'm all about privacy. Sometimes I just feel like these social companies, they share too much stuff, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Shannon, you are amazing. She just sent me a DM on Instagram with the new Swab Daily clarifying shampoo ingredients. She just happens to have bought one. Thank you. I will look at that. I will compare it with my old bottle, and I'll do a post on Instagram talking about how they're different, assuming that they're very different. So be on the lookout for that. Okay. Let's see. Miel Rosemary Mint Strengthening Hair Mask is a good protein-free. Oh, good. See, I love that you guys have each other. You all know things I don't. I've never used Miel. This is great. She says, Miel Rosemary Mint Strengthening Hair Mask is protein-free and it smells really good. Thank you for contributing that. See, this is why the group is the bomb. You guys are amazing. Let's see here. Kayla really likes the Evolve Age Polishing Balm for a cream, or maybe it's called Finishing Balm. Very good. Okay, awesome. Which instant shampoo would I recommend for fine, healthy hair? I would still recommend the Pure Harmony, even though it has shea butter. Not all shea butter is bad. So no, it's not heavy. It's a really good formula. Let me see here. TGIN mask, honey mask is protein free and very good. Oh, I need to write these things down. These are good. Okay, so we had Miel. Y'all see, I learn things from you guys all the time. So I'm just thankful you guys are here. Okay, so we have the Miel. And we have the TGIN honey mask. Protein free. Y'all, I have the worst handwriting. I mean, I hope I can read that later. Okay. Let's see. The 4-in-1 curl cream from Trey Looks is pretty light. It is actually pretty light. You'd think it's not because it looks really thick in the container, but when you get it out, it's a lot lighter than you think it would be. I do like that cream a lot. And I was using not enough of it initially. And I was like, why does my hair look like crap? And it wasn't until I started using more of it that I was like, oh, I was using not enough at all. Oh, Sue Olson says, thank you to you and Atoya for all you've done for us in this group. Your knowledge and information sharing is very appreciated. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Let me see. You guys are so great. Thank you for being here. This has been so much fun. All right. I think we've gotten to the end of the questions. Okay, fabulous. Okay. Okay, let me look at your questions out here really quickly and make sure there's nothing burning that you guys asked that I did not get to. Okay. When and how to put in a leave-in conditioner. Do I put it in like my normal conditioner? Yes, but I use generally less. A good sulfate-free shampoo that will cleanse well but not be heavy for my fine hair. We've talked about shampoos a lot. Let's see here. Oh, these are pretty in-depth. Okay, we're at an hour and a half. I'm going to answer these questions directly in the group instead of on the video. So if you guys asked me a question that I didn't get to here, I'm going to answer them directly in the group so you guys can all check them out that way. Wait, there's another one. Genador Beauty makes a protein-free deep conditioner. I've never even heard of Genador Beauty. Genedor. You guys keep me hip. Okay, I love it. Thank you. Cool. You guys, this was so fun. Thank you for being on here with me tonight. Thank you for being part of this group. And thank you for participating in the live. This was super, super fun. And we will be sending you guys an email out. So be on the lookout for an email from me or Atoya. I think it's probably going to come from Atoya because it's going to come from the platform. And it will give you all the hyperlinks. If you did not get any of the content, please email one of us, and we will make sure that you get it. And last but not least, I know that several of you had asked, can Atoya and I do a live together? I wanted to make sure that you guys had this like standalone Q&A as sort of a like deliverable to be able to keep at the end of all of this. So that's why I went ahead and did this one by myself. We are going to do a live together on IG. I was going to say IGTV, but we can't do IGTV. On Instagram. We won't be able to save it. It'll only be up for 24 hours. So I hope you can catch it. It's going to be this Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. So I hope you can join us for that on Instagram. If you can't, it will be up for 24 hours for you to be able to watch. I wish they would let us save it, but that is the beauty of Instagram. So thank you guys for being here. I will answer all your questions on here. If you have questions that I didn't get to, feel free to list them on the group. And I'm pointing to the group because I have it on another computer pulled up here in front of me. So again, thank you guys. It was fun chatting with you tonight, and I'll see you in the group in a little while. Bye guys.